My name is Syreeta Martin, and I am an entrepreneur, a freelance journalist, and a radio show host. One of the earliest memories I have of an act of love was by way of my mom. My sister had various friends that would run away from home, or they were just going through really tough times, and our house was the house that they ran to. For me, I really started to learn that that's what love looks like. My mom would talk to their moms on the phone so that they knew where their daughters were at. They knew that they were safe, that they were okay. She was really like this mediator and this village person of hey, listen, I know you and your daughter may be going through some things. I don't even know all of what you all may be going through, but I want you to know she's okay. I watched her do that and be that for so many young people. I think what really led to me starting my blog, right, sincerelysyreeta.com, was, again, my professors telling me that print magazine was dying, that we should have this digital footprint, that it was really important. And so I was like, all right, let me hop on WordPress and do this thing. Oh, it's free? Cool, that you're talking my college budget language, right? So I launched that blog, and I still lean into this and on this every day for guidance. I started that blog to offer folks a renewed sense of strength, direction, and purpose, to empathize with the journeys of others, so that I can help empower them along the way, or we could help empower each other, so that we all evolved into our best selves for the betterment of our world. I wanted to cover events. I wanted to tell the stories of folks, especially those who were in North Philly, where I was living at the time, and still do to this day. And so I started getting out, interviewing folks. I love interviewing. That is my jam. That's what I do. And so that really led to a lot of opportunities. It opened a lot of doors with, interviewing and event coverage. I knew that I wanted to take a chance on myself. My mom was an entrepreneur. My grandmother was an entrepreneur. I've seen what it looks like for a woman to bet on herself. And there were so many reasons why I should not have betted on myself. I was on welfare. I had 2 kids. I was struggling. Ish was real, okay? But I just felt like I could do it. I would figure it out. I figured out a lot of things in my life by that point. And so I launched a GoFundMe campaign, a crowdfunding campaign. That was successful. I actually ended up raising more money than I had intended to. And the majority of that I did in a 24-hour period. And so with that money, I got my LLC. I got some marketing assets created, and Sincerely Syreeta and Company was born. So I really went from blogging to branding to business. One of the moments where I knew I had did something right, something that God had called me to do, was that because of the show, I found out about this woman who had passed from metastatic breast cancer. And her daughter was getting ready to go to college, and the family was, really grieving and trying to figure out how they were going to be able to support her. And during one of our shows, where she was present, we honored her mother, but we were also able to raise, I believe, over $1,400 to send her off to college with. And I still, follow her on social. We're connected on social to this day. But that was a game-changing moment for me, where it was like, I can really make an impact. I don't want to get. I knew I could do shit that matters. All those tears to say. It was all worth it, like the struggle and stuff like that, to know that you could have that kind of impact on somebody's life at such a pivotal moment, and that the community could come together. And it was because of this platform that we could have a blessing like that happen. And that meant everything to me. And so that has led to me now being a radio show host for over 2 years. And I love it. I love it. I love what I can do with that platform, how I can impact our community, how I can help tell our stories. And it's great to be able to interview, you know, celebrities and big names, but I really have a passion and a heart for interviewing the everyday folks who just have these compelling stories or these interesting perspectives, or who challenge us to look at ourselves and ask, you know, what are we really doing here? There is a lot about the work I currently do as a radio show host at Word that feels like the first act of love that I witnessed. I think the safe haven that my mom's house was, I think the mediator that she was between, you know, the young people and their parents. I get to do that and be that for different demographics of our community at any given point in time. And the platform itself, the show itself, literally is called Save Space. And it's funny because people tend to get it mixed up and say safe space, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at it at all. And I have had folks tell me who have been on the show that they feel safe when they're sharing their stories, that they feel like they can open up and be vulnerable, and that it comes natural with them just being them and being in a space where they feel that they can share their truth and give and receive. And I think that that is definitely reflective of the first act of love that I witnessed.